Holy shit. Oh, man. Oh, you don't even have any idea what just happened. You have no idea what I just came back from. I just came back. Give it a second. You fucking. Doogie, come here, man. Get some camera time for a second. Get on here, man. Some great shit's happening. Some great things are going down, man. You know what just happened? I just came from seeing the greatest man in the world. I just came from seeing Joey Coco Diaz himself live and in person, man. I got the proof right here. You know what I'm saying? Me and my man taking a picture together. If I can get it on camera the correct way. You know what I'm saying? That's me and Joey Diaz right there talking business, talking real shit. You know what I'm saying? My man's got up on stage tonight. He did his thing, man. He did his thing. Fucking shut the fuck up, Metallica. You're not Joey Diaz. So this is all I'm talking about right now. Fucking Joey Diaz, DC Improv. Fucking August 22nd. It was awesome tonight. 8 o'clock, my man. He comes out. He steps on stage. Before anything even goes down, right? So me and my dad, we pull up. We're thinking we're running late the whole time. I'm like, fuck, man. We're missing turns and shit, right? As we're walking in the club, Joey Diaz is standing right outside the joint, talking to like 2 or 3 people. And as I walked up and I'm talking to my dad and I was kind of telling him about like who he is, and I just looked over and I was like, yo, that's him right there, like staying on the curb. I was like, yo, that's Joey. And as I'm walking, because DC Improv, you got to go down some stairs to like go into the joint. So as I get ready to go down the stairs, he looks up at me and he sees me and he like smiles and gives me a thumbs up. And I was like, oh shit. And I wanted to go talk to him. But at the same time, I was kind of like, I don't really want to fuck with the guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bother him and shit. And I don't want to fuck up his mood or whatever. So I was just like, cool. You know, I just took the thumbs up and went downstairs. And we go in the restaurant. We sit down. First, you know, the opening guy comes on. He's this dude named Larry XL. He was pretty funny. He was a black guy. You know what I'm saying? He was doing the usual racial comedy type stuff. It was tight. And, but then Joey Diaz comes out, man. He just walks out smooth at first. And then next thing you know, he's hitting you with them cocksuckers and motherfuckers. And, you know what I'm saying? Talking about fucking, he was like some girl in the crowd, right? So there was like a little, some girl trying to heckle a little bit. But at the same time, she wasn't like fucking with him in a bad way. She was just kind of talking every so often. I got you in a second, Doogie. Hold on. So she was just kind of talking every so often. And sorry if I'm talking fast. I'm excited, motherfuckers. All right, this was real shit. All right, let me give you a little musical interlude, just to let you know how real this shit was, man. That's how real this shit was. You hear that shit? This is how real it was when Joey Diaz walked out on stage. It was like fucking Lars Ulrich, just like smashing that shit, right? And then you got fucking. Here we go. That's how it was when Joey Diaz came out, man. He came out on stage like a fucking savage, like a fucking soldier. He came out there and he did his thing, man. He came out and you could tell, like, off jump, like, he kind of knew what he was going to talk about, but he didn't really know what he was going to talk about. So he just came out and said, what's up? Next thing you know, he's feeding off his stuff, right? So back to what I was saying. So some girl was like talking stuff and she was like, oh, I'm like 21 or I'm 25 or something. She like kept lying about her age. And he was like, man, bitch. He was like, just 5 years ago, you was holding the dick like this, like all scared of it and shit. He was like, it won't be till you're like 28, 29 that you start fucking really holding the dick for real. You're holding the cock with a real grip. He was like, 21, you're taking nuts to the face and you run in the bathroom and wash it off and you're like, ew, where's the Perel? He was like, man, by 28, you're fucking taking a nut to the face. He was like, and that bitch is sitting next to you fucking smoking a cigarette with that shit dripping off her cheeks. I was like, that's off the top of the head, man. That was off the top of the head. That was just great. And he's killing me, man. And like, he's killing all night. He's killing all night, right? And freaking, so he gets to this joke where he's talking about doping up his cat with coke, and like him and his cat are doing coke together every night, and his cat had cancer, and so he goes in on like the cat's deathbed, and he's like, yo man, you're a tough motherfucker, and they talking about cremating the joint, and he was like, man, fuck that, I can go pay a fucking retarded kid in my neighborhood like $25 to do it, and tell me why some lady gets offended, right? She gets offended, and he's like, come on, you cocksucker, it's just some jokes and shit. Then out of nowhere, these black chicks like erupt into like this, like, oh, like, you know, this whole thing from the back of the club. It was like, what the fuck? You just hear like this little commotion going on, and then next thing you know, this black chick stands up and she's like, "Oh, I'm too black for this. I don't get the jokes. Oh, you whack up on stage, you whack." And she's like, got her friends holding her back, and she's yelling all this shit, and she's doing the hoochie mama joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a little crazy. And Joey, and I don't even gonna lie, I was in the crowd. I was like, "Get her, Joey." I was like, "Joey, get her, man." I was like, "Get that bitch." And he was just like, "Nope." He was like, "Nah, man, not even gonna do it." He was like, "I'm not even." By the way, DC Improv's not a big place. I'm sitting off to the side. I'm literally 2 tables away from the stage, so it's like one person sitting in front of us, and it's me and my dad. Like, boom, and so so he's just going, and homegirl like gets thrown out, and he's just like, "Nah, man." He's like, "Why am I about to go off on her?" He's like, "Man, that's the shit that makes the night right there." He's like, "That's the shit that makes it a fucking Thursday." He was like, "Cause that shit doesn't happen on Friday." He's like, "The normal motherfuckers come out on Friday and Saturday." He's like, "It's fucking Thursday, bitches." So man, my man's Joey Diaz was laying it down, right? So he lays it down on stage. Then he comes off stage. He's standing outside and in the little atrium joint. And so I go up to him, and I was like, "Hey, like, dude, like, what you doing is tight. Like, I'm digging it. I'm trying to get up on stage. I'm trying to do comedy." And he asked me, he's like, "Yo, have you done it yet? Have you actually got on stage?" And I was like, "Not yet, man." I was like, I really want to. I was like, "I've done it more for music and poetry and stuff, but never for comedy." And he was like, "Okay." He was like, "Well," and he looked at me and my dad, because my dad was with me. My dad was taking a picture of us, and he was like, "Is this your son?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, tell this little fucker he's got the world by the balls, man." He was like, "He's got the world by the balls." And he asked me how old I was and shit, and I told him my birthday was coming up, and he was like, "Yo, that's really fucking cool, man." And it was just really tight, man, talking to him. I got to talk to him for like a good like minute or two, and like he legit like kept his arm around me, like, and we were talking the whole time. And it was just a cool experience. He was definitely a cool guy. He was funny. He didn't mean like any harm, any offense in like any of his jokes. He's just funny as hell. He's just lived a crazy ass life and just has a lot to talk about. And Joey Diaz was the fucking man tonight, man. Let me give him some Metallica for his performance, man. Let me give him some fucking Metallica for that shit. God damn. God damn. My man walked in there like a fucking thug, like a soldier. Came up on stage in a blue tee and some blue jeans and some white sneakers with a broke pinky toe. You know what I'm saying? He said, "I got a broke pinky toe." He was like, "You don't know pain." I was like, "True that. Whatever." But you know what I'm saying? Man, my man came out there talking about real shit. Talking about doping his cat up with coke. Talking about fucking his wife in her sleep. Talking about fucking nutting on bitches' faces and shit and letting them smoke cigarettes. It wasn't a damn thing he didn't talk about, man. He was for real tonight, man. I wanted him to talk about Quaaludes and shit, man. I wanted him to talk more about drugs and stuff and just funny shit and crazy stories, but you know what I'm saying? Everything he talked about was crazy, and he was just going on the crowd. There was like some Indian dude with this black chick, and the whole night he kept trying to say shit so that like the Indian dude would get some pussy from the black chick. Oh shit, I didn't mean to restart the Metallica. I didn't mean to restart that. But fucking, so like, they're going crazy, man. They're going crazy up in the joint. This shit was fucking wild. Joey shut it down, man. And I think he recognized I was like one of the only true, you know, well, like me and one other guy I talked to outside the show are like some real fans and shit, and we really knew what he was talking about, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lee Syat too as well, you know what I'm saying? The flying fucking Jew right there, like, you know what I mean? And he even touched on him for a little bit and talked about him for a second too. So he gave your man the shout out. Man, Joey Diaz, man, fucking Joey Diaz. So if you've never seen him, if you want to go see him, go check out the Church of What's Happening on YouTube. The Church of What's Happening Now. All right, Joey Diaz, fucking Testicle Testaments. Joey Diaz. He pops up on Joe Rogan Experience all the time, man. Freaking get hip to this dude. This dude is old school Soprano style, the real deal though. Fuck this little fake, you know, TV motherfuckers. He's the real fucking deal. He'll fucking choke a bitch on the I-95 and throw that broad out on the side of the road and be like, "Damn, I forgot to get my wallet," and have to go back for that shit because that bitch took that shit while she was sucking his dick. Like, he's that motherfucker. He's that guy. He's that guy. He's that guy, man. So get on it, man. Fucking get on your Joey Diaz, man. Get on your level. Joey Coco Diaz, man. DC Improv. August 22nd. He shut it down. Thank you, man. I freaking skipped work and everything and was like, fuck that. I'm going to go see I don't want to say he's my idol, but he's definitely like a real ass inspiration to do some shit. And he told me personally, I got the world by the balls, motherfucker. So I'm about to go out there and I'm gonna rip the fucking balls off of the world and like do shit. So yeah, man, inspire others, inspire greatness, inspire fucking beastness, because that's what he does for me and that's what I'm trying to do for you guys, and that's what I'm doing when I'm making these videos. So thank you, man. Thank Joey, fucking thank Lee, thank Duncan, thank Joe Rogan, thank all those motherfuckers, because if, you know what I'm saying, it weren't for seeing some of the shit that they were doing a couple months ago, I wouldn't be doing this shit. And thank you people for watching this. I like that you guys, you know, are really tuning in to my videos and stuff. Oh, by the way, I cut my hair and shit. Yeah, so yeah, I cut my hair again. But I really fucking dig that you people are like, you know, peeping in, so that's tight. But fuck me, man. Fuck me. It's about Joey Diaz and those guys. Those guys got real shit to say. I mean, I got some crazy ass stories. Don't worry, trust me, shit's gonna start spilling out. I just gotta wait for some stuff to get a little more past in the years, because some of those people are still kind of around. So you know, so some stories can't be told just yet. So, but freaking man, go take a bong rip, go fucking smoke a blunt, smoke a joint, do a line of coke, fucking pop that Quaalude, fucking drink that shroom tea, fucking smoke that bowl of DMT, and go watch some fucking Joey Diaz and Joe Rogan and listen to the shit that they gotta say, and fucking just, you know, the fucking Death Squad, man, the fucking Death Squad family, man, those are some real dudes. You know what I'm saying? Overcoming adversaries and fucking differences. Adversities is the word I should have said. And because I'm pretty sure they're not out there fighting fucking actual villains and crazy shit like that. Like, but that shit was tight. So yeah, man, I'm gonna cut this off right now because you know I'm going a little crazy. But Joey Diaz, all right, Doogie, we're about to go outside. We're gonna go piss on some fucking trees and shit and burn some trees. It's all good. So yeah, man. Oh, by the way, my man's Joey Diaz came out on stage not giving a fuck and dropped a joint. Had a joint on his ear. Definitely had a fucking nice fat ass joint right on his ear, and that joint was getting sweaty and shit, and he wasn't giving a fuck, and that shit just fell off his ear right on stage, and he was like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize I had that bitch on me," but he didn't give a damn, son. And I'm pretty sure I was like, "Damn, I should have kicked it with him after the show. I might have been able to smoke or something. Who knows?" But I didn't want to be that guy at the same time, so. It was just cool, man. It was just a cool experience getting to shake his hand and getting to meet him, and he actually wanted the whole conversation and shit like that. If it weren't for all the other cocksuckers in the line, I probably would have actually got to hold a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? It was real shit. Like, it was only a few of us that really like were there, but he's that dude, man. He's that dude. So that shit was tight, man. Fucking mad love to Joey Diaz, man. Hopefully one day he shouts me out on this show or something. Maybe one day I'll be able to call in on fucking Church of What's Happening, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll collaborate in the future. Who fucking knows? But Joey Diaz is so fucking awesome. All right, thanks. Deuce.